time for you to roll down the window. So just roll down the window. What if the car hits the water and turns upside down? Then what do? If you cannot roll down the window, if you cannot break the window, how do you survive something like this?
Adam and Jamie are finally ready to turn one of their classic experiments upside down.
My goal here is to go underwater, turn turtle, and get back to the surface without either breaking a window or resorting to breathable air.
But can he stay calm enough, long enough to make his escape when the car's belly up?
Mike, go ahead and start your engine.
We're about to find out.
In 3, 2, 1, go!
The plan works to perfection as the car pitches nose first and then settles roof side down. Adam's initial fears are unfounded. Both he and Don are so far uninjured.
Oh, all right, the car's filling up. Whoa, it's definitely totally upside down. All our safety procedures are working great. It's slowly filling up. I'm definitely not going to try for the driver's side door. I'm going to try for the passenger door. I can't open the passenger door. Of course I can't. Because we're still sinking. The pressure differential. Woo, that was totally intense. The windshield shattered from the impact. We're still about 30 seconds from having turned over. My safety diver, Don, you're okay? Excellent.
Inside the car, the pressure, in every sense, is rapidly rising. But back on the surface, Jamie's almost buoyant.
Well, I can hear Adam making all sorts of noise inside there. I don't know what he's saying, but he appears to still be awake and intact.
It's true. Right now, Adam's unhurt, unfazed, and surprisingly chatty.
Waiting for the car to fill up so that I can open this door and escape. Right now, I can actually see out the back window. I can see daylight, which is really pretty tantalizing, honestly. Oh.
It's crucial that Adam stays calm, especially as a massive curveball is coming his way. The upside-down car suddenly twists right side up.
Oh, the car's turned over again. All right, and it might turn over again once we get down because of the lines we've got on it. I'm gonna try and open it with my might. Ah! No. Okay. Stay calm. Wow, the windshield is totally spraying water out at me. Woo! Dude, I did not expect this.
With each passing second, the car fills with water. But Adam does at least manage to stay with the last pocket of air.
Let me see if I can open this door. Ah, no. I have no access to any doors in this. I have to wait until this car settles down. It is taking a long time to sink.
To Adam, it's taking forever. But in fact, it's only 60 seconds since the car hit the water. But things are about to accelerate.
Okay, there's a lot to get caught up in this car, and my visibility is about to disappear. Here we go.
I can hear the last bit of air hissing out the back of the car. So these guys are pretty close to being totally in the water, and the car's going to be going down.
And sure enough, just seconds later,
that it's going down. Here we go. Oh boy.
Oh boy is right, as the car suddenly drops like a stone. It flips yet again, so it's back upside down. Remember that Adam's not wearing a dive mask, so his vision is even more blurred than this. What's more, there's no air pockets left. After a worrying period of silence, Adam finally breaks free. He figures out which way is up and swims to safety. But did he really survive? Or did he resort to a blast of emergency air?
You all right?
I'm okay. It's pretty definitive.
that I died right there.
That means you had to partake of the onboard air supply.
I absolutely had to partake of the onboard air supply. And I breathed in a little water on the way. With the car turning and being really unpredictable in its turning, which I think was actually quite accurate to a real-world scenario.
Oh, the car's turned over again. All right.
My air pocket was changing constantly. And when it finally started to lurch and go under at the end, it went really, really, really fast. I had about 10, 15 seconds of warning, trying to take a really deep breath. And then I tried opening the door, and at that point, I was completely out of air. It was just too stressful. You're in this super confined space. You cannot see anything. You lose all your bearings. I mean, I couldn't find the handles on the doors without a mask.
His only choice was to take the air offered by diver Don. And Don had his own problems.
My safety diver was actually pinned in his seatbelt and had to use a knife to actually cut himself free. The whole time I was underwater breathing air, I couldn't tell you what part.
Okay, guys, if you have a center punch device, you have to buy the one with a blade. The reason why you need a blade is exactly this. Notice that they're upside down and he's not able to free himself from the seatbelt. And sometimes you have to cut the seatbelt.
The car I was in or what direction was up or down. The disorientation was complete.
They both lived to tell the tale, but Adam only got out with the help of canned air. So the myth that it's next to impossible to escape when the car turns turtle is confirmed. The essence of Adam's approach to survival was exactly the same as the first time around. Stay as calm as you can for as long as you can. Staying put till the car fills with water is still the best tactic. But the fans were dead right. Getting out is a whole lot harder when you're upside down.
The difference between this test and the first time we did this with an upright car is literally night and day.
So the take-home message is?
I don't know about you, but I am keeping a commercial window breaker in my glove compartment from now on.
Unless you live in the desert.
Exactly.
And remember that technically Adam would have drowned in that car. So if he's recommending a window breaker, all I can say is the man knows his business.
Glove compartment from now on. With an upright car is literally night and day.
So the take-home message is?
I don't know about you, but I am keeping a
Harder when you're upside down.
The difference between this test and the first time we did this with an upright car is literally night and day.
So the take-home message is?
I don't know about you, but I am keeping a commercial window breaker in my glove compartment from now on.
All right, guys, is that a good idea? Yes or no?
Yes.
You're upside down and your center punch device is in your glove compartment. How will you reach it? Is that even possible?
There is a good way. There's a most car chargers you can buy do have center punches on them, so you could just pull your car charger off of its dock and use it as a center punch.
That's a good idea. I'm going to give you 5 points. So if it's in the glove compartment, unless you are a basketball player with extremely long arms, that's probably not the best place to leave it. That's not the only problem that I see.
Unless you live in the desert.
Exactly.
Staying
Okay, now look at the conclusion.
put till the car fills with water is still the best tactic.
Is that the best tactic? Yes or no?
No.
Absolutely not. Whoever is writing up the conclusion has nothing to do whatsoever with the conclusion of the show. He's coming up with conclusions which are commonsensical. If you can help it, don't wait. Roll down the window. Roll down the window. If you cannot roll down the window, at some point you may have to break the window. That's it. You cannot wait around for minutes for the car to actually fill up water so that the pressure is pretty equalized.
Is it better to break
Dumbest
one
thing.
window or two windows?
Okay, Joseph, what'd you say?
Is it better to break one or two windows?
Just one window is good. Just that's your escape route. I mean, don't waste a lot of time. Wasting time is not the best way to go. All right, so now that we know the best solution, real life cases, roughly about 1,000 people die per year, not knowing what to do. Case in point. This was on the internet. Part of a news article. Notice that she's got plenty of time to roll down the window. She doesn't. I don't know what she's doing. She must be dialing 911. Eventually, the car sinks, and she's trapped. At this point, she's not able to actually get herself out. The following day, she was found dead. All right, notice that the car does not sink immediately. You got plenty of time to roll down the window. I think she tries to open the door. It doesn't work. Now she needs lights. I don't know what exactly she's doing. She's wasting a lot of time. Eventually, the car starts to sink, and the pressure never equalizes. She was alive, so it doesn't work out. All right, guys, you have a minute to start your participation quiz, so add up your participation points.